Hello. Today we are talking about a very interesting under 25k phone that comes with a stylus, and no, it's not a S Pen clone. I am talking about the Motorola Edge 60 Stylus, a 22,000 rupees phone that's trying to do something different in this segment. Now, stylus phones at this price are super rare, but that also raises a question. Is this phone a solid all-rounder with a stylus, or is this stylus phone just a gimmick to cover up all the other compromises? I've been using this phone as my daily for the last 7 days, and here are 5 reasons to buy the Edge 60 Stylus and 3 reasons why you might want to skip it. The highlight here is obviously the metal stylus that pops out from the bottom of the phone. Pull it out and you get an instant pop-up menu with a bunch of useful tools. Taking notes feel natural with minimal lag across most of the screen, and the dedicated Moto Notes app make the organization seamless. The stylus also shines with features like sketch to image, which transforms your doodles into AI-generated artwork, which is a fun party trick that actually produces impressive results. The handwriting calculator is surprisingly useful. Just scribble down a math problem and it instantly computes the answer. You can quickly mark up images, add annotations, and share them in seconds. While not quite as refined as Samsung's S Pen, it's impressive to see a useful stylus phone at this price point. The display is brilliant and everything from text to videos appears sharp and vibrant. The 120Hz refresh rate keeps scrolling smooth, and with support for over 1 billion colors, content really pops. And there's Gorilla Glass 3 protection on top, which is decent but not the best. The brightness claims are impressive on paper, and in our display test using Calman and C6 colorimeter, the Edge 60 Stylus impressed us with an average delta E of 0.9 and 98.4% color gamut coverage, which is essentially perfect color accuracy. In our brightness test, the display reached 3150 nits at peak, making outdoor visibility excellent even in direct sunlight. So whether you're watching YouTube, scrolling Insta, or binging shows, this display looks sharp, vivid, and punchy. It's rare to say this in an era where brands are removing features. Motorola deserves credit for including both a dedicated microSD card slot supporting up to 1 TB expansion and a 3.5mm headphone jack with the Edge 60 Stylus. For those of you who are rocking wired earphones or using external mics, this is a big win. The microSD card expansion is particularly valuable for storing sketches or videos and music. Battery life is impressive with a 5000 mAh capacity that easily lasts a full day of moderate to heavy use. In my testing with stylus, taking notes, browsing and social media use, and watching videos, I consistently ended the day with 30 to 35% battery remaining. In our PC Mark battery life test, the Edge 60 Stylus lasted for over 11 hours, which is a good score for a phone in this segment. Charging is similarly impressive with the included 68-watt fast charger that takes you from 0 to 100 in about 48 minutes. You also get 15-watt wireless charging support, which is a feature rarely seen at this price point. Now, Motorola's approach to Android remains one of the cleanest implementations around, like I also mentioned in my Edge 60 Fusion review. The Edge 60 Stylus runs Android 15 out of the box with minimal bloatware and a near-stock Android experience. Moto's promise of 2 years of Android updates and 3 years of security patches, while not class-leading, provides reasonable longevity. The Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 chipset is essentially 1-year-old processor at this point, and it shows. While day-to-day performance is acceptable, there's a noticeable lag when switching between cameras, taking a picture, opening the app drawer, or using resource-intensive stylus features. In benchmarks, the phone achieves around 600K on Antutu, which is okayish and falls short compared to rivals like the Nothing Phone 3A or even the Edge 60 Fusion. Gaming performance is average for titles like BGMI, and it's more tuned towards basic games like Candy Crush, Temple Run, or Subway Surfer. Fun fact, you can actually play Subway Surfer with the stylus on this phone. For a stylus-focused device that should excel at multitasking and creative work, the processor choice is very puzzling to me. While the 50-megapixel Sony Lydia 700C main sensor sounds impressive on paper, the actual output doesn't match the expectations. Photos tend to be oversaturated, and there's a noticeable delay when switching between the main camera and the 13-megapixel ultra-wide lens, and between the shutter press and the actual capture. In good lighting, photos are acceptable, but image processing is a bit overdone. Colors often look oversaturated, especially in daylight. The Edge 60 Fusion, which uses the same sensor but with better processing, is still the camera system to go with at this price point. While the Stylus is the phone's main selling point, it does have its limitations. The broad tip, rather than the fine point, means precision isn't always perfect, particularly near the screen edges. Palm rejection has been improved with the latest update, and latency is quite low but still isn't flawless. There's occasional input lag when using more demanding stylus features, and the processor limitations become apparent when trying to use AI-enhanced tools like Sketch to Image. Don't expect S Pen level precision, but for casual use, it's perfectly functional. The Moto Edge 60 stylus is a unique proposition at 22,999. If you specifically want a stylus for signing documents, marking reports, taking notes, all without breaking the bank, this phone delivers a capable, if not perfect, implementation along with a gorgeous display, clean software, excellent battery life. But if the stylus isn't a must-have feature for you, the Moto Edge 60 Fusion offers better overall performance, camera quality, and longer software support at the same price point. Similarly, the Nothing Phone 3A brings its unique transparent design, Nothing OS, and a telephoto camera that might appeal to photography enthusiasts. So that's it from me. Drop your thoughts in the comment section and don't forget to subscribe for more tech reviews. Thanks for watching.